Stay tuned, the show is about to begin.
That's cute.
Stay tuned, the show is about to begin. Stay tuned, the show is about to begin.
It says select all at the
Do
top.
not hit that button. When you select all, it selects the ones that are there, and you're gonna keep scrolling through them all over again.
Stay tuned, the show is about to begin.
Grandma's ring. I gotta scroll through all this shit.
See, look. So you scroll. Please look. Stops loading, and you're gonna scroll. I'm only in the fucking A's.
It's crazy.
It's gonna give me 15 minutes. Do I just not invite them? Like, maybe I need a bottle of water to take upstairs with me. And I gotta make my way to Grandma's ring. I'll keep scrolling while I walk. Huh? I will. it's nice up here too.
Stay tuned. The show is about to begin. 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 Stay tuned. The show is about to begin.
Hey guys, hey, Christy Ashburner here. I'm the Angel Lady and I help people move beyond their limits. A little bit of technical difficulties. It's been a while since I've been on Fireside. I don't know, I think it was May was the last time. I really don't know. But I was just like, oh my God, why does everything keep changing on me? So I apologize that I did not shut the microphone off earlier. So some of you might have heard me peeing. Yep, that happens. Sorry, I didn't realize I had to shut the microphone off. So I will apologize for that. Anyway, let's move along. How have you been? I've missed you all. It's been a little bit crazy for me. I haven't been feeling well, but trying to slowly get back into things and get things going again. Let me just adjust my camera. Hi, Georgia. Hi, Bridget. Hello, Mimi. Who else is here? My handsome husband is here. So it's a small group tonight. Is that like Bridget Jones's diary? And is that Michelin Mimi by any chance? Michelin Mimi? I know a Michelin that calls herself Mimi, so I'm not sure if it's the same person or not. But if it is, hello. If it's not, hello, oh well. Hello as well. All right, so I don't know if you guys have ever watched me before. The screen names kind of confuse me a little bit, and I have a hard time remembering people. Don't be offended. It's just my brain. If I held all the information inside my brain, it would probably explode. So I'm going to try and keep it a little bit quiet tonight because my son's staying here for this week, and he's in bed because he has to work early tomorrow morning. So I was like, how's this going to work? Hopefully the air conditioner blocks out my loud voice, but if not, that's okay. So it's not Michelin. Okay. Hi, Mimi. So the way that this works, you guys, if you haven't watched me before, I know Georgia's been here several times. So she's one of my top fans, my favorite faves. And anyway, I digress. I just wanted to tell you that the way that it works for me is I connect through a name or a picture. Obviously, we're on Fireside, so you can't show me pictures of your loved ones. And I do the best that I can, right? So if I make mistakes, it's lost in translation. I hear things inside my head. I see pictures inside my head, but I don't always understand what they're trying to tell me. I do the best that I can. And I'm just here to try and help bring peace to people who have lost loved ones. So that being said, I will invite some people to this stage. There's not many people here because I haven't been here in a while. So y'all got a great chance of getting a free reading. So you can pick 1 to 2 people that you'd like to hear from today. And I'm going to apologize in advance for my tummy making noise if you didn't just hear it. It's just me. I'm a noisy person, so you just have to deal with it. All right. So who would like to get on camera and get a message? Say hello. Welcome. Georgia says me. We've got Georgia. It's been so long since I've been on, and I know that Mr. the amazing Tyler Henry is live right now too, so I didn't expect a lot of people to be in here, but that's okay. That's okay, because there's enough people in the world that need help that we can share. Bridget says me. Mimi says me. All right. Well, I think if y'all can share the stage long enough and can take turns, maybe I could get through the 3 of you. So what do you say? Let's go in alphabetical order and start with Bridget. The 3 of you down. So I'm going to try and move quickly through you as best as I can so I can get through the 3 of you in the next hour. It's 9:30 Eastern time for me, so it's like almost my bedtime. All right, so it's been a while since I've been on Fireside. Let's see if they made it any easier to do things.
Hello.
Hello.
Hi. Sorry, I'm at my son's baseball training.
That's okay. That's fun.
Yeah.
I like to say that it's fun, but my son's now 22, and I remember the one season that he played baseball, I literally wanted to die. It is so long.
Yeah, they are.
And it is so torturous, and all you want to do is just go home and take your damn shoes off.
Okay.
So thanks for hanging out with me, even though you're at an amazing baseball practice. How old's your son?
7.
7. Nice. All right. So the way that works for me is I connect to a name. Who would you like to talk to today?
Actually, my grandpa. His name is Ralph
Last name?
Marujo.
I'm going to phonetically spell that, so don't be offended. So my stepdad's name is Ralph, and he's also passed. So that to me is just a message in myself that I don't need to be worried about anything and that everything's going to work out fine tonight. So immediately trying to connect with his energy, I'm getting something to do with the throat. Like I immediately, like I feel like everything's kind of closing up on me. Airways, chest tightness. Does that make any sense to you?
Yeah.
Okay. You don't have to elaborate. Just yes or no is fine. You can tell me all you want at the end. Okay. I also want to clear my throat. Like there's something going on in there. Did he have like an obstructive airway or something to do with the throat and the airway?
So he had like a heart issue, sort of, but we just didn't know how he had passed away because he had just gone to the hospital and he was fine. And they couldn't really say what happened, but we knew it had something to do like that from the way he was found.
Okay. So what I'm getting from that was there was a lot of pressure in his chest, and it's almost as if the airway collapsed on him. And if he had like paramedics or whatever, they probably would have had to like do, what do they call that? A tracheotomy, where they'd have to intubate a tube or, go through the mouth to put some air back into him. I would have to say that it was like, I want to say it was a collapsed airway. Like he had a heart issue, but it had to do with the airway. Like the airway just collapsed and there was just no one to help. Right. It's almost like it started with, he started clearing his throat. And then it was almost like what I'm hearing is a tracheal spasm. I don't know what that is. Maybe you could Google it and look it up. I'm not a doctor. I don't know shit about shit, but so it feels like something happened in the throat and the airway collapsed and they couldn't get the oxygen. And of course, no oxygen to the brain, the heart will eventually stop. I also feel like he was kind of for lack of better terms and trying to put it as gently as possible, he was kind of a beefy guy. Like he had some what I'm seeing is like some stomach pressure up into that. So meaning stomach fat, almost kind of like a Santa belly-ish kind of thing going on.
Yeah.
Okay. So when he laughed, it was like a bowl full of jelly.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay. Yeah. So he's showing me like somebody finding him laying almost like face down.
Yeah.
I'm seeing it kind of like as if I was watching a crime show, like somebody just walking into the house and they just discover him like laying there, like he had collapsed onto the floor. And I feel like that was a very like severely traumatic experience for the individual that found him. I'm hearing like lots of screams like going on, almost as if like he's really upset that happened. If there was any way that he could have prevented that definitely is one of his like life regrets.
Oh my God, I'm sorry. What you just said right now, those are the exact words he has spoken, who had found him. So,
Okay.
Yeah, you're like right on point. Oh my gosh.
Thank you for that validation. I appreciate that. Was it your mom?
No.
Okay, but it was a female.
It was a male who found him.
Okay.
But the second person to see him, was my mom.
Okay. He wishes he would have listened, and I feel like people were hounding him to take care of himself and to find out what was going on, because I feel like he was always constantly clearing his throat. There was something going on where it was like like every time he ate, with any exertion, any movement, it was always just constantly clearing his throat. And that might have been what I'm hearing is like stomach acid reflux, and that might be what had caused the trachea to collapse. Was that reflux, constant reflux, not taking care of it, not taking care of himself, not wanting to take medicines or do anything or acknowledge that there's something wrong, right? he's a tough guy. He can take it, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. I also feel like it was a difficult. I almost want to say like he was in a part of the house that was difficult to get him out, or it was like an upstairs, like on a higher level.
Spot. Yeah.
I'm sorry.
It was a difficult spot.
Okay. They said it was he's saying like, again, for lack of better words, it was a bitch to get me out of there. Like it was he was a pain in the ass. Even when he passed, he was a pain in the ass, and he was a pain in the ass all the time. But he was a pain in the ass that was loved, right?
Yes.
He's also showing me like, I don't know if he was like known. I'm gonna roll back here, but I'm gonna mess up my own hair. Like going like this to people, going like this and ruffling up their hair as he walks by.
I could probably say right to my brother. Yeah.
Okay. It's kind of like, it's not that he wasn't an affectionate person, but that's kind of how he showed affection. You know what I mean? It wasn't like hugs and kisses. It was more like messing around, you know, poking somebody or jabbing them with his elbow, or, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Exactly.
Okay. What else do I got? It's interesting. I think it's great that his name is Ralph. That makes me so happy. So he's showing me in the house. Was he alone a lot? Because I feel like it's almost like it's almost as if it was meant to happen the way it was, with the way that it happened. Meaning like somebody didn't have to watch him die, and he's grateful for that. Even though somebody had to find him, I don't think, even if he had like paramedics or people who were there to help resuscitate him, I don't think it would have happened anyway. It was just like he was out, like, you know, that's it, I'm done. Immediate exit from the body. He didn't suffer. There was no pain. He didn't like lay there suffering, trying to get air or anything like that. It was just like, oh, you know, shock. All of a sudden, he falls and then poof, out of the body. Okay. So there's several people that need to know that he didn't suffer, and that whoever is blaming themselves for not being there when it happened wasn't their fault.
Wow.
Okay.
Thank you for that.
You're welcome. I feel like pertaining to you in particular, I feel like he was more affectionate towards you than he was to other people. Does that make sense? So like, I almost like see you underneath his armpit. So I don't know if he's really tall or you're really short, but he's like got his arm around you, but you're like right underneath his arm. Does that make sense to you?
Yeah.
Okay. But he still wasn't a big huggy kissy kind of person, but he was like, he would kind of lean into it, not full body.
Yes.
Yeah. Did you know that he never got hugged as a child?
I didn't know that.
Yeah. That's why affection was awkward for him. It was a very, he grew up in a very, what's the word? Cold environment. I don't know what that means. Maybe you could check on that. But it was just do your chores and do them well. And if you do them well, then, you know, you can have dinner tonight. You know what I mean? That's why he also liked food a lot, because that's kind of the theme of his childhood was, if you misbehave or you do something wrong, or you get a bad grade, then, you know, there's no dinner for you tonight. You know what I mean? So it's like, it wasn't like corporal punishment where, you know, kids get beat and stuff like that. But, you know, it was just little things that made him who he was. So he tried to do the best that he could. He was also extremely do the right thing.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Do the right thing. Straight and narrow. Do the right thing. Don't be stupid.
Yeah.
I literally heard it in my head. Don't be stupid.
Yeah, it's crazy. Yep.
He's very proud of you. So I don't know if you're raising kids on your own, but he's saying that he's very proud of how hard you work and how much you do. You're very self-sufficient. Does that make sense to you?
It does. I'm not raising them alone though.
That's
Yeah.
okay.
Just because I heard that doesn't mean that's what it is. It could be like you're raising them alone, right?
Yeah.
You could have a partner that maybe doesn't do as much or whatever. You work really hard. Excuse me. And you're the opposite of him. You're very huggy, very kissy, very affectionate, very just, come here, let me squish you. Don't run away from me. Come here, I want to squish you. Don't be mad. Don't be sad. Don't cry. Don't be angry. Come here, let me squish you. Does that make sense to you?
Yeah, more than him, yes. Yeah.
Okay, good. So, can you explain to me why he keeps showing me himself alone?
I mean, so my grandma, which is his wife, passed away a few years before him, and he lived with his 2 sons, but he was always alone. Like even in the house, he was by himself. If he wasn't with us or with my mom, then he was just alone a lot.
Okay. And he kind of preferred it that way.
Yeah, probably.
I feel like he let a lot of things slide that he shouldn't have. He didn't talk about his finances. He didn't talk about any struggles that he had. He didn't talk about his health. He didn't talk about anything. He's just like, whatever,
Right.
we all have to die someday, or you know what I mean? Like, we all have problems to face. Why cry about them?
Yeah.
And he was very bad at asking for help.
Yes.
Mhm.
Yep.
I don't need help. What do I need help for?
Exactly. Oh man.
So, what else do I get from him? I feel like he was very slow moving, because he's like very slow moving going through what I'm seeing in his life. He took his time. He didn't let anybody else tell him what to do or how to do it or how fast to do it.
Yep.
Incredibly stubborn. And I almost feel like he has a little bit of grandma quality in him, where he was always trying to feed people. So I don't know if he liked to cook and feed them, or like asking, did you eat? Do you want something to eat? Are you hungry? I feel like food was a big deal to him. And I think that's part of, again, his upbringing. I don't know if that resonates with you or not, but I just keep seeing him behind a stove and like offering it, like having something, and he'll offer some to someone else if they're there, like
Yeah.
being able to share.
I mean, he did love food. That's funny. Yeah, but I mean, yeah, he would offer, but that sounds like more like my grandma, like just always like
Okay.
cooking for everyone and come here and sit down and eat. Like, yeah.
Okay.
I mean, but they were always together. It was always just them two, like,
Mhm.
so
And what's your grandma's name?
Irene.
Man, this is crazy. And her last name is Marujo, is that right?
Yes. Yeah.
So I also have an Aunt Irene who's crossed over.
Oh, wow.
They're all coming through tonight.
Yeah.
So, okay. I feel like he tried to take over that role though when she was gone. Like, I feel like he had to, and it was
Yeah,
not
that
something he liked. But again, he was self-sufficient. Like, I can do it myself. I don't need help.
Right.
Why am I seeing her with a suitcase?
I don't know.
Very specifically, I'm seeing a brown suitcase. Interesting.
Like a leather brown suitcase.
Yes, ma'am.
I mean, I know they had one, but I don't know like what that would mean. Like,
Okay, well, apparently she said she didn't
I
take her
don't know.
suitcase with her. I don't know. It may be just validation for you that it's
Yeah.
her. So it's very specifically, I'll explain to you what I'm seeing. I'm seeing her with a coat on, with her back to me, and she's holding that suitcase. So I don't know if that means like, about leaving or leaving him or having to leave him. I'm not really sure. Again, that's that translation thing that I was talking about. I don't know if she was getting ready to go on a trip and she got sick and died, or what was going on. But she's showing me with a coat on and the suitcase with her back to me.
Yeah, that I don't think it was a trip. The only thing I think of is, I guess I want to say, towards when they first had kids,
Mhm.
she was going to leave him.
Oh,
And
okay.
yes, that's the only thing that came to mind.
Okay.
Yeah.
She almost left. She just didn't.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So I feel like she feels like she fulfilled her duty, but not to say that they're not in the same place. But most people will ask, is my grandma and grandpa, are they both together on the other side? So the answer to that for you is that they're together but separate.
Wow.
They're together but separate. So that just means that they loved each other enough in this lifetime that they don't, like, there's not, it's not that there's not a connection, is that they're doing their own separate learning on the other side. So I feel like they both kind of like bounced off from each other in this lifetime, and they had some hurt between them that
Right.
they're trying to learn about before they go into another lifetime. I don't know if you believe in past lives, but I feel like they've lived many lives together, and it's a
Yeah.
constant learning battle between them, and the next lifetime will be better. Okay. I feel like your grandfather stepping forward and saying I was kind of, not the best person that I could be. He wasn't horrible, but he's saying that he wasn't a horrible man, but he could have done better. Okay. So he's admitting that for her.
Yeah. Yeah. Wow.
Grandma, I think she was happy to be done with life.
You're 100% right on that.
See if I can go with that a little bit. There's a lot of she's still dealing with a lot of regret, sadness, things she didn't get to do because she dedicated her life, right? And I feel like there's a lot of sadness around her passing as well. So I don't know if she dealt with depression or stuff like that, but I feel like she definitely had something going on where she was just like, I'm out. This is good. I'm done. Like, and she's happy about it. Like, she's happy to be on the other side of that.
Yeah.
So I don't know if she had an extended sickness or if there was some sort of possibility of her having in some way of ending her own life. I don't know if she like just didn't take her medication right and she ended up passing, or there was something going on and she was just so sick of being in this body that it was just time to go.
Yeah.
Okay, can you explain that to me?
Definitely. She had a stroke, and it just really messed her up, her mind, and just forgetting everything. And she would literally pray and just say, I hope I die. Like, just take me now.
Okay.
Like, she
Yeah,
just
it was very depressing
was
for her.
depressed. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
So that's where I get the suicidal feelings. Like, it's just,
Yeah.
I don't want to be here anymore. So
Yeah.
she's very happy to be on the other side. She's doing good, just so you know. Is there any I don't know if I'm thinking of Georgia who's watching from Hawaii, but I'm getting like this whole Hawaiian vibe coming through at the same time. Does that have anything to do with you?
Hawaii.
Yep.
The only thing I think of Hawaii is my half brother's half Hawaiian. That's the only thing I could think of. But
Well, I
not
guess
with
there's
them.
a connection with all of you tonight. That's amazing. Okay. So I think that's it for now. Do you have any questions for me or for them?
No, I mean, thank you for my grandpa. Like, it was just, I've had readings before and he's never come through and we just never knew what happened to him. So that makes so much sense. Thank you for that. But no, I mean, that was great. I mean, I have a question, but it's not about them. Is that okay? Like, it's more like about me, like personal.
Yeah.
On
I do my
anything,
best.
Yeah, I mean anything you see, of anything coming through with like job wise or moves or moving somewhere. I don't know.
Maybe that's a Hawaii reference.
Oh, I wish.
So are you currently unemployed looking for employment or changing, like shifting careers?
More like shifting and family wise, like husband, just different moves around to like different states, like anything like that.
So have you thought of like traveling nursing?
Mm-mm.
Okay. Are you in the healthcare industry?
Nope.
Because what I'm seeing here is in scrubs.
I mean, I always wanted to, but no, not anymore.
Okay. So I think following your passion is where you're going to find the money. If it's a concern about finances and being able to travel with someone else, I'm definitely seeing you in those white scrubs. Traveling nursing is a great career, and if it's something that you were interested in, it was your passion, it may be something to explore. Does your significant other have to travel?
Sometimes. So basically, we moved out of state for his job, and we're kind of in limbo right now, and we really don't know what's going to happen.
Mhm. Okay. I think sorry, I'm just drawing over here.
No, you're fine.
That's interesting. They keep pointing back to the scrubs. So I don't know if you're going to get into the healthcare industry, whether it's traveling, nursing, home healthcare. They just keep showing me you in scrubs. So I'm on Fireside. All my links are in my bio. If something comes up and it has to do with nursing,
Yeah, I'll message you.
traveling, nursing, scrubs.
All right, big leap.
Let me know.
All right, well, thank you so much.
You're welcome so much. Thank you for all the amazing people that you helped to bring through today. And thanks for helping me get back in business.
All right,
I'll see you later.
thanks. Bye.
I have no idea how to move people from the screen, so.
We'll figure it out. Let's see.
Yeah.
There we go.
Hey, I gotcha. There we go. And down we go. All right. So I said alphabetical order. Thank you very much, Bridget. That was fun. And I think G comes before M. I'm going to just say hi to everyone now that they're on here real quick. And then we'll go to Georgia. Georgia will pull somebody through for you quickly. And then on to Mimi. I promised Mimi. If she'll stay here. Hi, Christina. Hi, Beth. Hello, Susanna. Hello, Alicia. It's been a while. I know. I haven't been feeling well, so I haven't been on Fireside that much. I haven't been on Facebook at all. We got Laura Lynn. Hi, Anthony. Thanks for showing up to say hi. You guys, it's sweltering hot in here. I'm gonna die. Are any of you in really hot states like Arizona and Texas? I had to hit my third eye to remember that state. It's like 80 degrees here and I'm dying. I'm literally melting. All right, so we're going to pull Georgia up here real quick. Maybe, if I can figure it out. Fireside's always ever changing on me. My son stole my light, so I'm using a different light tonight. And I actually kind of really like it. Hi, Georgia.
Hi, Christy.
I'm so
nice to
excited
see you back. Aloha.
I'm trying to figure out how to move these comments off your face so I can see you. I can't swipe. Does anybody know how to shut these comments off? There they are. Okay, I got it. You are in a different place tonight.
Yeah, I'm in my bedroom. I have a desk and stuff here, so
Did
yeah.
you go there for peace and quiet?
Yes.
Oh, have you been practicing what I asked you to do?
I have been, but I was stopped by the
Oh, no.
doctor.
Oh no. Those mean old doctors. Okay, well, I'm not a doctor, so I can't really tell you what to do, but you look
I know.
fantastic. What's been going on?
Thank you. A lot. Health-wise, a lot.
Yes.
I have to go and see a neurology. I fell and I started having seizures.
Oh no.
hmm
I'm sorry to hear that.
No, it's okay. There's a reason for everything. So
Ma'am. So I saw the other day that you marked yourself safe from the fires in Hawaii.
yeah, that's actually, I don't know how that happened because I'm not on Hawaii, on Maui. So yeah, but yeah, I'm safe.
Well, I'm glad you're safe. So who would you like to talk to today?
Can I do two?
Yes.
Good. First is my mom,
What's her name?
Clarita Della Rosa.
De La Rosa. Okay, and who else?
My first cousin, Sunny. Her last name is Della Torre. That's her married name. She was a Della Rosa also.
Okay. So when we were talking about your mom, my stomach, with her, like it was almost like I wanted to throw up. So I don't know if she had stomach issues or vomiting issues, but it was like an immediate like upchuck reaction going on with my tummy. What a nice name.
Thank you.
Clarita. I feel like it's a very it's a pretty name, but it's a strong name as well. I feel like she was a very strong individual.
She was.
Mhm. Very loving and caring, but also very strict.
Yeah.
She ruled with an iron fist.
Yes. She had no filter.
I can relate. I tried to dull it down a little bit for Fireside, but I can totally relate to that. I'm that kind of mom myself. So, she was another one like you who battled with sickness and things going on
Yeah.
silently, though. She was silent about it.
Yeah.
She
Very
didn't.
silent.
I'm sorry?
Very silent.
Okay. She didn't tell anybody about anything until it was too late. Like, you can't do anything about it. You can't change my mind. This is my body. This is my life. This is my choice. And you are not going to tell me what to do. Okay.
hmm
I got goosies on that one.
I actually found out because her stomach had looked like she was like 9 months pregnant. So I took her to the doctors, and that's when I knew everything.
Mm-hmm.
hmm
So trying to figure out what this feeling is, and I feel like she was just numb from it all. So emotionally numb. So she didn't express any sadness about dying, any regrets about having to die. She was just, I guess, at peace with it, but it almost as if it was upsetting to other people. Like, other people were like, why don't you want to fight? Why don't you want to do something? Why don't you want to try? Like, why? It's almost as if her children were like, why do you want to leave us?
Yeah.
And that wasn't it at all. Never in 100 million years would she ever admit that she was afraid.
She, yeah.
But I will tell you,
a lot. So that's where the numbness came in inside of
Okay.
her.
Yeah.
There was a lot.
She was very afraid, but she would never admit to that. She had a
Yeah.
lot of fear inside of her, and it was almost as if it was denial.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I feel like she what I'm getting from her is that she lived her life according to her rules, and that was it. And that was supposed to be good enough for everyone. Like,
Yeah.
it's not that she didn't care. It's hard to put it into words. I feel like life was very hard for her.
It was.
And it's not that she didn't care how other people felt, is that she was tired of caring.
Yeah.
Because it just took an emotional, like, it just took so much out of her. And I feel like she fought so hard and so long. And, you said she was drinking, and she's using that to cope, right? She's
Yeah.
using that to cope with all of the pain. And there was a lot of pain. I don't know if she had an abusive relationship, but I'm seeing like
Yeah.
hits to the face,
Yeah.
and severe damage. I
Yeah.
don't know if it was like she had broken bones in her face, but like that's the
Yeah.
only thing that took it away.
And the stomach thing that you mentioned, that
Mhm.
was my dad stabbing her in the stomach.
Okay.
I was little. I remember that like it was yesterday.
Mhm. Yeah, she was just checked out, and she was ready to just be done with all of the pain. Um, you took care of her though, right? To the
I
end.
did.
Yeah. She's saying thank you for that. She couldn't have asked for a better daughter. And she didn't express that well.
I
She had
knew it in my heart though.
but it's different hearing it.
Yeah.
I have a cousin who took care of her mom until she passed. She passed from cancer, and her mom wasn't a very nice person, and she actually was very vindictive. She wrote her a really nasty letter for her to find after she passed. So when I did her crossed over loved one reading, her mom came through to apologize. And I feel like that is a similar path. I feel like she didn't have a lot of kind words for people. Like a like a mom should.
Mm-hmm.
Especially saying like she couldn't have asked for a better daughter, right? It's not something she would voice,
Yeah.
but she has to say it now because this is her chance. Okay. It wasn't that her children were bad. It was that she couldn't cope with life.
Yeah.
Yeah. So as long as you understand that.
I do.
Okay.
Did she cross over?
Yes, of course. She was showing me. Do you have a younger brother?
Yes.
Okay, so she's showing me a younger brother who really suffered
Yes.
by her lack of that motherly love and affection and like being present, right? He really suffered. So she's taking accountability for that as well. Okay. It's been a bit since she's crossed, correct?
Yeah. I was told that I was holding her back.
Who told you that?
It's a long story. It was a Reiki master.
No.
No.
You're not holding her back. The thing is that it's
That
not that you are
bothered
holding
me.
her. It's not that you're holding her back. Is that she needed to say that you were good to her, and she needed to say that she needed to take responsibility for that younger brother. Okay. So
Not her
those things
fault.
could in effect hold her back, but it's not that she's not crossed over. So I know that you've watched a lot of my shows before, and when people cross over, they go to the learning place, right?
Right.
And she spent a lot of time in that learning place, and she's learned how her actions have affected other people. So she's able to say, I did this and I did this and I'm sorry. Okay. So that helps her grow. on the other side because she wasn't able to grow in this lifetime in this body. Does that make sense to you?
Yeah.
Okay. Don't ever let anybody tell you that
No,
you're holding
oh my
somebody back.
goodness.
I'm gonna go kick that Reiki master right in the butt.
That bothered me for over a year or so.
I sometimes forget that other people are watching. Did you hear the laughter?
Yes, I did.
I was like, what the hell is that? I need to grab a drink real quick. All right. So, do you have any questions for your mom before I try to connect with your cousin?
No, I think you answered it all, and I hope she knows how much I miss her and love her, and
She hears you talk.
she was my best friend.
Mm-hmm. She was your best friend, but she wasn't a very good friend to you. You were her best friend.
Yeah.
But
it's okay.
now-
I understood.
No,
I
she's your
understood.
angel. So
Yeah.
Okay. You make sure to take care of you. Got it?
Got it.
Okay. All right, Miss Sunny. Miss Sunshine. So when you said her name earlier, I was seeing straight up black leather. So I don't know if she had like a rock star attitude or if she literally liked black leather.
That part I don't know. I
That's
just
okay.
know
That's
that
okay, but maybe you could ask.
I just know that she loved the music.
Okay. So rock star attitude, right?
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
I don't know if you know who Joan Jett is, but like that's
Yes.
that's who I'm seeing as Joan Jett.
That's my cousin.
Okay. All right. That makes sense. I also feel like she had the potential to get herself into sticky situations.
Mhm.
Okay. And she put herself in predicaments sometimes that could have been very dangerous for her.
Yes.
Okay. I almost feel like, did you hang out together a lot as like young children or teenagers? Because I'm seeing a childhood bedroom.
Yeah, we were so close.
Okay.
But it was more later, like more so like teenagers.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Okay. So she tried to get you into stuff.
Which one? Oh, my cousin.
she tried, but you were goody two shoes.
Yeah, I had 2 children, so I changed my life.
Good.
Yeah.
And she's glad that you did that. She's glad.
Yeah.
Because her life didn't change, right? It just continued along that path. So for her, I feel like her life was cut too short, meaning she died when she was younger. And it was a result of, as I was saying earlier, as putting herself into sticky situations. So whether that was like drugs, alcohol, accident, or somebody actually harming her, it's almost as if she's taking responsibility for putting herself in that situation. Does that make sense to you?
Yes.
Let me see if I can get more with that before you tell me. So I feel angry all of a sudden. Mad at life. Mad at people. And my face is like really hot. It's almost like Let me just keep going. Hang on. What I'm hearing in my head is like a fit of rage. Okay. And someone who can cause self-harm at that point. Like, fuck this, I'm out. I'm done. Yeah. I'm also getting that it's like a body buzz. So it's like alcohol, drugs.
Yeah.
And it's like I'm losing body function, brain function. So did she die of a drug overdose?
She hung herself.
Okay. I wouldn't be
Somewhere.
surprised if she had drugs in her system at that time.
Yeah, probably because they were going through such
Because
a hard time.
I don't get the neck. I'm getting there's something in my system that I'm not thinking clearly and I'm angry at everything and I want to lash out.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I can just see her when she's doing it. And then she's probably asking like to stop, but
Mhm.
her son found her that morning.
Mhm. You carry that with you though. That's part of your neck pain.
I do. You know why? Because I wish, she could have talked to me. Like, I'm very easy to talk to. And, I was so upset that she did that. Like,
That happens a lot. And a lot of times when people are in that state, they don't reach out to their loved ones because they don't want to be talked out of it. They just want to hurt people and they're not thinking clearly. If they were thinking clearly, they wouldn't be doing those things, So don't hold that with you. Okay. Even if she had talked to you, it wouldn't have changed anything. Okay. Of course, there's always the regrets of leaving people behind after the fact. Right.
Yeah.
But again, not thinking clearly. And I've been at that point myself where I've been suicidal and thought my kids were better off without me. So I can completely relate and understand that.
I do too.
Yeah. So, you're wondering if she's suffering now, though. No,
She's not.
No. And that's the thing with a lot of this is the hard part about what I do is that talking to people who have loved ones who have taken their own lives, there is this belief. First of all, there's the religious belief that they'll burn in hell. And then there's this belief that people who believe in reincarnation, they're doomed to repeat the same life over and over again till they get it straight. Also not true.
Thank gosh.
Again, everyone who crosses over goes to that learning place.
Yeah.
And that's where they decide, maybe I want to try this again and maybe I'll get through it this time. Or, you know what, that was just a little bit too hard for me. I'm going to do things differently this time around. Okay, so she's been there a long time, like super long time. I have goosebumps on it right now. But she's in a peaceful place and she's healing her soul. And I've actually spent a lifetime myself on the other side, inside of a tree, where souls that have been through traumatic experiences such as this, and they go there to heal. And it's kind of like being in a mother's womb, and it just heals that soul and it cleanses all that stuff away. And I feel like she spent some time doing something like that. It doesn't necessarily have to be a tree. For me, it was a tree. But she's really in a peaceful place and has a lot of clarity about how many people she hurt. And she spent a lot of time reviewing that and seeing it from their perspective. She, of course, has regrets on things, but it's nothing that she can change now. And she's come to accept that. Does that make sense to you?
Yeah.
Okay.
Definitely.
But
I just feel bad for her 3 sons. Like,
mm-hmm.
they were so young. I told her when I heard, I'm like, you wait, when I get up there, I'm going to slap your head.
That's something your mama would do. Your mom came through and said, I taught her that. She has punished herself enough.
She don't need to punish herself.
No, he doesn't. But you need to know that she's okay.
Thank you.
And I feel like she I feel like she might come back soon.
Really?
Is there anybody pregnant right now?
Not that I know of, but I wouldn't be surprised because she has 8 siblings. And we always find out later.
So I think not the next one to come, but the one after that. She's not quite ready, but I feel like there's another one coming. So it's not going to be the next child born in the family. It's going to be the one after that. You'll know though.
I'll let you know.
And you're going to be around to see it. So
Really?
yes, ma'am. All right. Do you have any other questions for me or for them?
No, just I hope they know that I love them and I miss them and wait for me.
They're there every single day, every moment of every single day. Oh, you're wearing your necklace. I sent that to you.
Every day.
Awesome. I'll have to send you another one,
Christy.
Georgia. You're welcome.
Thank you. I really appreciate.
Thank you so much for hanging out with me.
Love you.
I love you too. I'll see you later.
Aloha.
Aloha. Okay, let's see if I can figure it out. I think I got it. Yay! There we go. So next one up that was on the list. Let's see if I can get these texts. Text back. Text back. Hello. We got Tanya. Great. Oh, it's that. Hi, Laura. Great session with you yesterday. Sorry, I was sitting on Facebook waiting. I forgot you were on Fireside tonight, but so glad to see you back in here. Great to see Georgia's smile. I love Georgia's smile too. Sorry to hear about the fall. Thanks. Okay, so is Mimi still here? Let's see. I don't know if she's still here. I don't know if she hung around. It's so hot here. How are you guys doing? Thanks for hanging out with me. I was going to go for 3 tonight instead of 2 because why not? It's already 10:30 my time. I got a tickly nose. I think Mimi might have left me. Hello. Late bird, yes you are. Whoops. Trying to fix the comments here.
Yeah,
Are you here?
I'm here.
She's here. Hello. How are you?
Good, thank you.
Oh, I'm excited to have you here. Where are you from?
Queensland, Australia.
Australia. Awesome.
Yeah.
I love reaching around the globe. I'm in Northeast New York, so I think we're like 12 hours apart. Is it like 10:30 in the morning there?
No, it's about midday, just after midday.
Oh, nice. So that's like almost 14 hours.
Yeah.
That's amazing. So wait a minute. What day is today? Today's Tuesday. Is it Wednesday there?
Yes.
Oh my God, I'm talking to the future. So thank you for joining me. Is your name actually Mimi?
Tracy.
Tracy. Okay, Tracy.
Yeah.
Thank you for that. So who would you like to speak to today?
I'd like to talk to my dad.
Okay.
He's
What's
Brian
your dad's
Anderson.
name? Brian Anderson.
Brian, yeah.
Okay. Just dad?
And also a niece, Kelly Levinsky. But I'm not sure how that one will go.
Oh, she makes me feel sick to my stomach. All right, let's try and talk to Dad. So when you said his name, I heard good day. So I don't know if that's something he'd greet someone that way. I'm very dizzy. I'm very lightheaded connecting with his energy. Does that make sense to you?
Yeah.
Okay. So here I am back on Fireside. It's been since May that I've done any of these things. I took a little bit of a break because I haven't been feeling well, and I feel like I'm back, and it's actually like I'm getting messages stronger than before. So thank you for joining me. Thank you for bringing your dad.
Okay.
I feel
You.
like, I'm sorry, go ahead.
I said you.
Oh, okay. You're welcome. There's a little bit of a delay in the camera, but it's probably
Yeah.
my internet. I feel like your dad was very, for lack of better words, soft.
Yes.
So not loud like most men, not annoying, not boisterous, very quiet spoken, very when he spoke, it was a very thought out process.
Yeah.
He didn't waste his words. Does that make sense to you?
Yes, it
He was
does.
very kind.
Yes.
Did he very particularly like flowers and bees? Because I'm seeing like bees and flowers associated with him.
Not that I can think of.
Okay. Does that have anything to do with you?
I like to grow flowers, and I seen bees today and thought, oh, we got wild
Okay.
bees somewhere.
That's awesome. So
that
validation
would be-
that he's coming through saying that he was there with you when that happened. Okay.
Huh.
So I feel like what I'm seeing is you outdoors and you're kind of puttering around doing your things. And what I'm
Mhm.
seeing is him standing right behind you on your right shoulder. So I don't know if you feel his presence there,
I do.
but he's looking over your shoulder and you feel it. So just know that that's real. Okay. That's important. He needs you to know that he's there. I got goosebumps on that one too. Are you an only child or the only
No.
girl?
I was the only girl, and with my with 3 brothers, and then he
Okay.
remarried.
Okay. But what I'm hearing is you're the only girl.
Yeah.
So I feel like not to be mean, but you were the favorite.
I'm a lot older than the other girls, so I was his
Okay.
girl for a long time.
Okay.
Yeah.
I feel like he's never left your side. I feel like I don't know what the connection is between you and him, but it's like if you were to describe a soulmate, you were like soulmates. And not in the weird kind of way, like he was your dad, you were his daughter.
Yeah.
It's just you had this incredible bond, this incredible connection that he didn't have with anyone else.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's so good.
He keeps stressing to me like that you really need to know that he's there all the time. So I know that you feel it, and I feel like you're talking to him, but it's very important for him to get across to you because speaking through me is that validation for you. Okay. Did he have something happen with his head where the dizziness came in, like a stroke or like dizziness and falling down?
I think the dizziness was more about the drugs he was put on,
Okay.
the medication he was put on, I should say.
Okay.
And he didn't tell us a lot in those few weeks.
Because he was quiet. He was quiet.
Yeah.
Like you don't discuss those things. You talk about, how was your day and, what are you doing later and, how's your job going or, things like that. He was a very nice, like talking about nice things. He didn't like to focus on the bad things. And I feel like he had such a loving presence without being loving. So what I mean by that was like sometimes people have to express love through hugs and touch, but like the love just came off from him. He didn't have to hug people all the time, and I feel like even like little children were very attracted to
Oh
that.
my God.
Like they
That's
were just
amazing.
drawn to him.
I remember I had stepbrothers and sisters
Mhm.
when I was younger, not from him, from my mother. And he would treat, I remember as a little girl, the mother of the stepsister and brothers would buy presents and leave us out. And my dad would treat us all the same. When he came to my house, my
Mhm.
step family was treated exactly the same. And I used to get quite jealous, actually. But I was very young. But that's exactly what he was like.
Mhm.
It was just, he just did. He just cared for everyone.
That was the right thing to
Very
do.
special.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So you have the same loving quality like that he has. It's like you're the same.
I try to be.
He set a good example.
He did.
Mhm. So I'm asking about his passing, but I'm not really getting a lot. I feel like his passing was inconsequential to him. Like it didn't mean anything. Um, I feel like he loved up until the last second. So his passing, although you missed him, it was like I don't know how to explain it that you still feel the love even though he's passed. Like you still feel that vibration, that frequency, that feeling. Does that make sense to you?
It
So it's
does.
almost
Yep.
as though his body's gone, but like he's not. Excuse me. I got a tickle. um, I'm feeling very ill, extremely ill. I feel like I'm gonna ask to take that away because I feel like it's scary. Okay, and I feel like it's from medications that he was taking. It made him feel worse. Um, I don't like that feeling of medications, and I feel like he probably didn't either. Um, but I feel like they made him help him breathe better. Does that make sense to you? Like I feel like I can breathe better, but my head is just like all messed up.
It does make sense because that was one of the things I was always watching when he was in the hospital in that last couple of days. I was always watching his breathing and how it went up and down so fast. Yeah. So
Mhm.
it makes sense.
And it's almost as if like he was grateful to sleep because it made that feeling go away. And I feel like he slept more and more. Does that make sense to you?
Yeah, he did.
Okay. So he's not really telling me what was wrong with him. I'm not getting any feelings other than the dizziness and feeling very sick. So I would have to say it had something to do with an illness or a drawn out illness such as cancer.
Cancer.
Yep.
It was only found like a couple of days before he died.
Okay.
Hmm.
But he's not showing me anywhere on his body. Like sometimes I'll get it in the head, I'll get it in the stomach, he's not showing me anywhere. So I don't know if it was like the entire body,
Pretty
like
much.
blood cancer, bone cancer, or if it was like systemic, but I can't really pinpoint where it is.
It was pretty much through the whole body.
Mm-hmm. He was happy to live his life. I feel like he feels like he lived a very fulfilling life and a long life. He doesn't have any regrets. He lived his life with no regrets. Um, And I feel like he loved so well, and he's very happy that you can still feel him. And he says, thank you for being there. Were you there when he passed?
We were there,
Mhm.
but I knew that I walked out when it actually happened and came back later.
Okay. So he left when you were gone,
Yeah.
like a gentleman should.
Yeah.
I'm not surprised.
Mhm.
So, I'm seeing him in like a brown suit or a tan suit. Is that was he buried in a brown or a tan suit? Or is that something like his best suit was that color?
I couldn't tell you.
Okay.
I-
And that's
I-
okay.
I didn't go to the funeral.
Okay. Was there someone there that you didn't want to see?
Yeah.
He's
And it
saying
wasn't
that.
worth the. Yeah.
He said that's okay.
I knew he knew it was okay. Yeah.
He understands that. He was like a love all people kind of person,
Hmm.
and you struggled with that. And he's saying, like, that's okay that you couldn't do that.
Yeah.
Um,
It's true. He couldn't see the bad in anything.
he was very
No
special.
matter who it was, he'd always find something good to say.
He's showing me. Do you have like a stone in your garden or something in relation to him or his passing?
I haven't yet, but I am thinking about it. Yeah.
Okay, so apparently he's intruding in your thoughts as well, unless you've set them up. I think he would like that, and I don't know specifically. I'm seeing a dragonfly on it, so
Okay.
that's just what I'm seeing, and that just maybe just a way for me to translate to tell you that's what it's something you should do, and it would make you feel better, and just he's acknowledging it before you even do it. Do you have any questions for him?
No, I think you answered all of them.
Oh, yay! I'm
I
so
needed to
glad.
know he was here.
Yes. Always peeking over your shoulder, like not watching to see if you're doing things right. Just like, what are you up to now? Okay.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Let's try and bring Kelly forward. That was your niece? Why am I tired all of a sudden? Oh, I just said her name and all of a sudden I'm exhausted. I've got like a really big heaviness in my legs. Does that make sense?
It is possible. Like I can't.
Okay. No problem. So with her, I'm getting there's some uncomfortableness in her body. Almost as if was she a large person? Okay.
Yeah.
That's what it is. Okay. She's trying to make me feel the weight of her body. And it started with the heavy legs, then it moved up into my stomach and my chest. And then I'm getting chest pain with her. Does that make sense as well?
Very possible.
Okay.
There is something. Do you want me to tell
Sure,
you
if you'd
something
like
a little
to.
bit
Yeah.
about it? She's actually missing.
Okay.
Don't
tell me anymore.
Okay.
Sorry, I just look off to focus.
You're right.
I just feel so tired. I feel so tired. Usually sleepiness has to do with drugs or medications. I think if I'm able to connect with her energy, it's probably probable that she's on the other side. I don't feel sad. I don't feel depressed. I don't feel like I harmed myself. But I do feel like there was some sort of drugs involved or alcohol. Alcohol kind of gives me the same feeling, but alcohol usually is in my head, where drugs, I feel it throughout my whole body. Does that make sense to you? Okay.
Yep.
Was she known to have a problem with any kinds of things like that?
She had bipolar and something else, schizophrenia, I think.
Okay.
So she was on lots of medication, and drugs had been a problem in the past.
Okay. I'm just trying to get through that feeling and see what else I can get with her. Usually with a missing person, I can tell you if someone harmed them, and I'm not getting that with her.
Yep.
That doesn't mean that someone didn't harm her. It's just, what's coming through for me right now. But why would she be missing? So I'm thinking that there was some stuff going on in her life right now or at that time, and she went somewhere. And I feel like she isolated away from people on purpose. And I think that's something to do with the head. Like, I have to get away. I have to get away. I have to get away. I can't mentally take this right now. But I also feel like there could have been a possibility of a drug overdose, and people don't know who she is because she went somewhere where she wasn't known or seen. And kind of like a person in another state that's found to have overdosed and they don't know who she is, like a Jane Doe kind of thing. But I do feel like there's some sort of drugs involved with that. Yeah.
Wow. It's all very, very possible, and it has been talked about as a possibility.
Okay. I do feel like she was like found inside of what I'm seeing is, it's not a hotel, but it's not a house. It's something that I would say that it's like a party house or something like that, where there's more people, but probably not people she knew real well. Does that make sense? And I feel like she went somewhere and like completely changed her name. Like, her name's Kelly, but she's calling herself Kristen, or changed her identity, or she really thought she was that other person. Like, she wasn't getting the right medication.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
It's amazing because this is what her mother has is the conclusion that her mother has made.
Okay.
Nearly exactly what you're saying.
Okay. Well, this is recorded, so you can watch it again or share it with other people, just so you know. I really do feel like she's passed, and people just didn't know who she was, unfortunately. And I'm really sorry. If you find out differently, please go to my bio on Fireside and tell me I'm wrong. But okay. Do you have any other questions?
Thank
for
you
me?
so much. No, that's it.
Awesome.
Appreciate
Thanks
it.
for hanging
Thank
out
you.
with me all the way from tomorrow in Australia.
Yeah. No worries. Thank
Have
you.
a great day. All right.
I don't know how to
I'm
do that.
trying. There we go. Thank you so much, Tracy. That was fun. Thank you for bringing those people forward, and your dad's energy was amazing. Let me put the comments back up. I know that there's more people that would like more readings, but this is my first time back and I've already done one more than I usually do. So I am going to say good night and goodbye, and I'll see you later. Thank you so much for hanging out with me and everyone who joined me tonight to help me feel better that I'm back and still haven't lost my touch. In fact, it feels like it got a little bit better. So